Alright, lads. Back to the grind. Man, a couple more sessions and it's going to be the final stream. So we're going to be doing the full annexation of Brunei. Tag elimination. It's what this war is. And in addition, I want to take out Sulu also. We had our cores progress to some extent because I was stuck at peace. Hey HB Legend, what's up? Yeah, now I don't know why my influence is so high on the burgers, guys. I don't know what that is. It's so high, so we have to desperately watch the 75 Crownland modifier bonus. We're at 0.71 above 75. Now we need 30 development in our capital to get the industrialization in 20 years. So if we build a furnace here and go up to 30 dev, we should be good. Now this is currently culturally converting, so in my opinion we basically buy it out for military points, and that will give us the admin and diplo that we wanted. Because of course we still need to core anything that's uncoreable and so on. We're currently doing humanist and we need to buy this technology, so even in 19 years we probably want 100 admin. But of course the diplo, every single thing we can get. Hey, I agree, HB Legends, for real. I hope you're right. It goes well. So yeah, I'm gonna sort of slow roll some mill into that up to 30. We're currently over governing capacity, which is not a good feeling. Now, these guys are going to be fed to Kilwa. And Sind is actually a white piece once we feed Bakura, tag eliminate him off, because he was my tributary. And you get a truce if you cancel tributary. But we went directly to war with him by attacking his friend. We're going to feed that to Russia. Oh, I just realized there's a flaw there. Oh no, why am I so dumb? If I do it from the Bakura peace deal, it costs me Diplo. And if I do it from the Sind peace deal, then I get a longer truce. Oh frick. Oh no, I think we're gonna have to kill Sind. Yikes, damn it. I didn't think about that. It's dumb of me. What's the development here? Hey Loconium, what's up dude? Nice to see you. 34 is not that bad. Thanks, Slug. I'm not sure if you noticed, dude, but I was so stressed, man. I went through, weeks of just doing like a stream like every second day because I'd like analyze the game in between. There were points at which it was going really bad, dude. Give Sin to Chagatai. Yeah, I mean we just juiced him up like crazy, but he did handle the cause pretty well, eh? He certainly will not be overextended if we wait for these cores to finish. Yeah, I might give it a chug, dude. So be it. Sounds about right. So in that case, I have a massive lack of troops here. It seems to me that we're actually fighting Sind. So that's awkward. Now this guy here is adjacent, which I didn't catch last session. That's actually adjacent, obviously. 22. So that's one of the biggest at 38, being converted for 22 point. 22 point! This should be adjacent as well. Yep. The mid-game was brutal, yeah. I don't remember. I think the Hungarian one treated us a lot worse, right? Like, I'd like to gloat and take credit at, we're doing so well because I'm so good or whatever, but I'm pretty certain the Hungarian one was disgusting, like with France and stuff. I actually have like forgotten the mid-game right now. Alright, so governing capacity is doing terribly, guys. Hey, Zegma. So we're going around doing some Hussite town halls. Hey Windrunner, what's up, dude? Nice to see you. Yeah, it's hard to say how many Diplo points we were short of, Slug, because we were doing everything, right? And we just slowly but slightly fell behind the curve. You know, I don't want to be too, I guess, optimistic in the way that it would mislead me for this run, but I honestly want to say that I think we were like honestly only a couple hundred off. Maybe less than 500, I mean. Yeah. So I'm going around these provinces and seeing if they have multiple building slots and just doing town halls because we need them. Instead of cathedrals. Hello, Tricia. Thanks, man. I've been feeling better, guys, lately. So we're incorporating Ethiopia Kilwa into the country. I made a mistake last session, guys. I hate it when I went to war. I should have waited. I was supposed to give a few more provinces to this Indian to convert, you know, but you can only do it while you're at peace. So I made that mistake at the end of last session. As far as actually annexing him, which is pretty reasonably good idea because well, he's basically done. He has really bad relations, so annexing him is a no-go. Now, with that in mind, let's look at our Liberty's Eye here. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at that. Apparently, no Liberty's Eye. That's really good to see. That has me thinking, hey, Karaz, what's up? Hey, Castle Statue. Hey, one sec, please. Maybe we should... Hey, Matt PK, what's up, dude? Maybe we should full annex and release Brunei. Do we dare? He has religious also. Do we dare? If we incorporate Ethiopia Kilwa, we have 5 subjects. We're going to have 6 and 7 diplomats. It would move the game along a lot faster. Don't know. I think we'll just annex it. So I wanted to show you guys that Sind itself, this little guy here, is the 8th great power of the world. Congo at 7th. So I mean, we're getting to that stage where just about anybody that exists is going to start becoming a great power as we knock these guys off, like Jampur, maybe even natives in the New World. We're getting there. That's what it is. Alright, I'm going to wait till the end of the month. And we're going to do burning and managing a few things a bit better. See, that should be burnt before being converted, but we're on the first bloody month. So annoying. Let's look at building slots here in Hussite Land really quickly. I don't think you need the vassal paces fast enough. Yeah, I think we're doing fine. Alright, missionary. So I know we can do Japan. Where are our missionaries supposed to be? I know that this has been meaning to be converted for a while. Are we doing culture here? We are. Which means I can't state that. I won't be able to unstate it. Kindota. Thank you so much, Kindota. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much. Could have had a baby. Doubtful. Doubtful. You need a waifu to make a baby, Kindota. No, okay, okay. Projection. Projection, right? Hey, VGF, what's up, dude? Okay. Landing here. So unfortunately there's a bit of naval action against Brunei, but we should be fine. Hey the Dust, what's up? You guys, man, hanging out with me during the thick and thin chat. You know, at our worst moments. Playing EU4, that's our worst moment. Playing EU4. Freaking sucks, dude. So here's what I wanted to do. We weren't done here. I was actually surprised to see that these guys are no longer disloyal, so it'll be interesting to see if that disloyalty tab pops up. We're going to go for a Scourge on Ethiopia and Killa from now on, because they're going to start being annexed here soon, and I want to do it for my next round of wars. And once we're at peace next, we need to be at peace again. I want to feed the Indian a little bit, which I should have done, but once we're at peace, march. You can only march when you're at peace, so Russia doesn't count. Ethiopia and Killa, that's 3, so we have 4 vassals. Songhai, yeah, the Indian, Chagatai, and Malacca. And they need to be marched when we are at peace. Just baked a pizza. Ooh, nice. Damn it. One of my biggest peeves is when chat talks about food. And then you guys all troll me when I ask you not to talk about food. Makes me so hungry, dude. I'm such a glutton. Like, even lately I've been craving food badly because I can't, like, go to any takeout or anything like that. Like, any restaurant or anything. But even when, like, I eat, chat makes me hungry talking about food. Because I'm such a gluttonous bastard. I'm like, oh, food, eh? I could go with some pizza. Did Ethiopia trade and Company Arabia? True. Why didn't I think of that? Seems like they have. True. Okay, he's got stuff to convert. We should give him these 2 provinces. To convert that. It'll be worth it. Yeah. The land bridge he should untrade company and state it instead. Yeah, why didn't I think of that? Thank you, dude. Good call. Castle statue. Good call. Holy frickin' balls. What's that, dude? Why you guys got bad guys here? Oh man, we're gonna get freaking stack wiped here in a moment. Alright, so we're taking that, by the way, 100 religious unity. 100 religious unity, 25, putting us over 100. that helps with the maximum absolutism, and it actually increases our equilibrium here. So who knows, maybe we seize land again. But that's why I was talking about developing, because, yeah, developing, yep, gives us a little buffer on crown land. This is so annoying. Damn it, I was hoping I could take over those islands. Okay. Alright, the month has ended. Now that the month has ended, we're going to look at burning, as we do at the beginning of our sessions. At least one time, but we often do it throughout the session as well nowadays. Hey, Darth Joe. It's going alright. Just started here. It's alright. It's the late game, you know? So it's pain and suffering, basically, but I'm feeling up for it to an extent right now. As up for it as you can be, I suppose. I feel like I did my golden era slightly too early again. We've been guilty of doing that in the past. I mean, it goes away in 57, guys. So 25 something years, maybe? Yeah. So within that period, the major thing... Oh, careful now. That's Roman. Yeah, dumbass. The major thing is that we want to put the discount into Humanist. And we'd also like to put the discount into actually coring up all of this land, but the reality is that I don't think we're going to get that done. I don't think we're going to core up the rest of the world. That gives us overextension. Complete Humanist, take this technology for admin efficiency and core up the rest of the world. If we look here, guys, it's going to cost everything. So I seem to think I remember checking this before I took that Humanist, and we could afford to do everything, I think, but it was like 800 or 700, high 700 cost in admin, and that's not to consider obviously Colombia, Mexico. Yeah, but it's okay. McMinus, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate the sub. Thank you for the tier 1. You're the best, dude. Wow, these guys have numbers as well, eh? Jeez. Alright, did we do a sufficient job burning? Let's look. Alright, now our Diplo points are capping out, which I've been thinking about in between session, and I really struggle to find any, you know, more optimal way to really spend it realistically than just indiscriminately culture converting non-adjacent provinces. Which reminds me, for people who don't know, in pretty much all of these provinces in the New World, there's no separatism, guys, but they're not converted to our religion. See, some of it, there is some, the most recent sort of land taken, but most of it is not. And we need it to be our religion first. Now, what can you do? I knew that was the case. But we're also having separatism coming away in our first war against China, which was basically like this southern part of the coast up here. And I did do adjacency, but this would be this has become sort of a high priority area to just checking cathedrals. To convert, much like other areas like Japan, this has become high prio as well. Governing capacity. I spent my money on my subjects paying off their loans, but governing capacity is an issue. Darth Joe. Thanks for the prime, dude. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. This is probably the most undesirable thing to do. I really dislike doing it, but you know, it's just so disheartening to sort of I don't know. It feels futile, but it's not. To delete buildings to make building slots to build those for governing capacity. It does make a difference, though. Rhodes needs a town hall, does it? Thanks. Okay, so culture conversions. That's one thing we didn't do. So we're still trying to do adjacency where we can. Let's check inland here. Here we go. Little bit. Having separatism issues. So annoying. So oh, nope, damn it. Yeah, so we're just gonna throw them down, obviously, as we're gonna cap out here, it seems. Okay. Let's just quickly check the low end. Jeez, I just like blanked, man. My mind just like switched off. The low end of what? Culture. Far out, that was weird. Just like stopped thinking for a second. Yeah, I was trying to see if there's any overseas stuff. No, we're good. Alright, let's, month by month we'll buy town halls, otherwise, let's play the game. We need another general. Korea truce. Korean truce. Came up. Alright, so what about some rebel suppress? That could be good. So we're pressed for time. This stack can come down to fight Brunei. I mean, I've got one stack fighting Sind right now. This stack's making its way over, so... Bakor is mostly done. Do I trust Russia to occupy those two? I think I do. He's got so many troops there. So that way we can dedicate another stack to fighting Sind. Good. We're going to want short truce time with this dude. I wonder. That's a trib of Ming. Alright. Trying to think, do we break his lines? What happens with Ming? The idea is we do attack his tributaries to take land from him. Yeah, I think I'll break his lines. And short truce him otherwise. This is gonna go Southeast Asia way. Fighting Brunei. Okay, this is a general that can be freed up. So I really want this 2 unrest, guys. Speaking of which, I was looking between sessions and that rebel suppress. There's somewhere in particular, I think it's South America? Here. Boom. That's gone. Do some rebel suppression. You guys know The Matrix is my favorite movie of all time, right? And the new Matrix is coming out. I'm telling you right now, I'm calling it. I never really thought about it. I don't really care. It's gonna be bad. Yeah, I think I'm judging by the trailer. It's gonna be garbage. I think, sadly. Okay, so the Celebrity Desire did pop back up. Interesting. That was at the end of the month where our autonomy went away. I'm not gonna do, if I was like a huge big popular streamer, I would do that type of thing, guys, but I'm not gonna do like a trailer and analysis like people do. But I will say that if you watch the trailer, there is this character who is a young lady with blue hair, of course, like short blue hair, and she says, like a throwback to the original Matrix movie. If you remember, in the original Matrix, he basically, in the beginning of the movie, it says on his computer, because he falls asleep at his computer like a degenerate, which is very relatable. And it says that he's talking to his computer and he's having this weird experience as his computer like actively talks to him in text, and it says follow the white rabbit, and then he has people that he's making a deal with come to his door, and the woman has a tattoo on her neck which is a rabbit. Tara, thank you for the 2 years, man. I appreciate that. Great content. Skeptical. Questionable, but I appreciate that, dude. And that's it. So it's the narrative is between the computer person, which I think is Trinity, if I remember correctly, and Neo. That's it. And then the White Rabbit is the individual has nothing to do with it. In this, it's just somebody to follow. So in this, it's a throwback to that, except the woman has a rabbit tattoo, and it's like in the trailer, and it's like, oh, look, a throwback to the first Matrix. And she says, if you want to learn or something, you're gonna have to follow me. Like, do you see the difference? So you have a young, blue-haired woman who tells Neo that he has to follow her. And then if you watch the trailer, there's, I don't know, you could count them. There's a couple action scenes of Neo, and there's about 8 or 10 action scenes of random girl that nobody asked for, who Neo is supposed to follow and be led around by, because she'll tell him what's up because of the throwback to the first Matrix. It's going to be garbage, I'm telling you. It's going to be garbage. And by that I mean mediocre at best, much like the current Star Wars. And it will be inserted with identity politics. And then they will basically say, if you don't like the movie, that you're a bad person. This is what's going to happen. And most modern people will supposedly like the movie, and by that it will be very mediocre and not received. I don't know, it might do really well at the box office and stuff. I don't know about that stuff. Much like Star Wars, though, where like they cancelled the Star Wars content they were making because nobody cares. That's what it's going to be like. But again, like, damn it, dude, we're gonna freaking lose, man. Yikes. Yeah, he's still played by Keanu, but however you say his name, Keanu, but he's older though. Because it's so much later. I co-belligerented this guy. You know, I didn't even know it was made by the Wachowskis who made The Matrix, but, you know, just as a thing that people do, like, sort of spending time with your family, this was years ago, occasionally my dad wants to go see a movie or whatever, and he like will take, you know, I do it because it's like seeing the family or whatever, like myself and my younger nephew to like a movie or something like that. And we saw it's like called Jupiter Ascending or something like that, which was made by the Wachowskis, which I didn't know. I saw an analysis on like YouTube years later where they tried to remake the Matrix. It is the Matrix. It's like the same archetypal opening and so on, exactly the same, but in a different environment and so on, except just executed so poorly. That movie, literally, because like I'm trying to have a fun time with my family and stuff, but so you make a decision to like enjoy these things, but it's actually comically bad. Jupiter Ascending, have you guys seen that movie? Like it's I've been in that circumstance before. We actually saw Miss Marvel. That was more recently, or whatever it's called, Captain Marvel. That was so bad that we left. We literally left. But Jupiter Ascending, so it was better than that, basically, Jupiter Ascending. But it was comically bad, though. It's just, like, crazy, like, the whole time. But, like, bad. Not cool, bad. Really bad. Yeah. And I was appalled to realize that it was made by the Wachowskis or whatever. So yeah, they basically were like a one-hit wonder, I reckon, with The Matrix. That's it. Yep. Which is what literally Sarah just said. First Matrix. That's pretty much it. Hey, PrimeQ. Yeah, I mean, he's a rich celebrity. I'm not surprised he looks great for his age. Keanu went on a hiatus where he didn't work, right? As it happens, if you're balling rich and you just don't work, you can live a pretty nice life, guys, and like take care of yourself and stuff. Would you believe? This is bad, guys. We're really doing bad. And notice how I included you guys? We're really doing bad against Brunei. Now for governing capacity, let's do that. State House in our state out here. Yeah, it's a shame, because I like the Matrix, but I'm pretty confident it's going to be garbage. I don't think they can really redeem the like second and third movies and stuff though. Okay, I don't know what to do with these culture conversions, guys. It feels so unpleasant, like putting them down with no adjacency, but it has to happen. Excuse me. Spend some points. Okay, I'm wondering if we give these occupations to Kilwa. What the war school cost is going to look like. We're already at 20. Yeah. I might have to take some of that land myself, I'm not sure. Alright, so we are like literally making no progress against Brunei here. Not good. We have to get onto Sulu as well, ideally. Force marching in for landing. I mean, he doesn't have that much. He's got 2 forts, but try to get over Sulu. Good, good, good. Okay, we're on the land. Pick up this guy. Nice. Yes, they're at 190. They're 200 relations now. We are at war, though. I'm not sure what the relations are in reality. We'll see when we're at peace. I scourged them, and we must march the others. Now. Got a bit of money to spend. We're going to put that on the governing capacity. Okay, a lot of the cultures are actually being processed here, which is awkward because it's one of the few areas that is Hussite and therefore could be town halled. I should keep the workshops over cathedrals. It's silly. Do the cathedrals. Let's free up building slots while we're here, I guess. Okay. $1750 World Conquest. Yeah, I mean, we're in a similar situation as we always are, right? Like, we're making great pace, cracking down on the world more and more, and people suggest that we can conquer the world in a few short years. That gives us less than 19 years, dude. It gives us 18 years to conquer the world. Pragmatically, like, just based on the fact of how long it takes over 2 years to core any batch of provinces, we probably will not get that. Of course, Russia failed. Frick. Probably not get that world conquest by 1750, but we're not stressed or pressing for a particular number or speed. Just trying to be fast in general and efficient. Efficient is more important than fast. So we're not stressing. We're not going to be doing truce breaks. We don't need to do anything like that because that will cost me admin. Okay. So if we do have the war, doubtful, man. Really doubtful. The war score cost to give it to Kilwa, then we don't need to worry about his overextension. We just need to worry about his stability overall. Okay. Fighting in the mountains. Nope. They don't have the courage to go in. Very good. So fort level 8 there. I'm going to barrage it. Alright. Let's do this conversion. What's the separatism look like here? Still has it. It's 11 years on. That was all taken in one foul swoop. I mean, maybe that had rebels. Nope. Okay, so that's not a prio. We're going to be converting southern China and Japan. That should also be Korea, right? That's we all took it in one fell swoop. The deploy annexation. Alright, let's get a naval repair tick there. India, Middle East, this is the stuff we're interested in. Damn. Separatism? Really? There's a lot of separatism there. Poopy. Poopy, 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 poopy. Alright. This is prio for conversions. It's adjacent. Ah, man, too much to convert. Okay, Russia is sort of doing some of the occupation. One more. One more. Hey, Joe the Dane. Nice to see you smile. Give me the war score here, dude. Give me the war score here. 75. Ah, it's not going to happen. Frick. I think I'm going to take all the land for myself and give it to Kilwa manually, and he probably won't be able to take it all. That's fine. There's some advantages to owning this, which is that we can then colonize up here. I need the ignore coring range though. And it's also going to overextend me. It's bad and nasty. Feels bad, man. Alright, so what about town halls here? I didn't think about that. Japan. Yeah. Let's look at some town halls. This is Hussite now. It's a smart place to be building them. It only takes 12 months or so to build them. And then we have the option to culture convert it or whatever, if the adjacency spreads out here. It's a bit of a bunch there of town halls. It's good. Good. Alright, so the Sind War going better. African War going well. Brunei War going absolutely terribly. That's chat's fault. Definitely chat's fault. Province probably gets spooky separatism, to be honest. In fact, I'm certain it does, but it's 18 dev. We'll be okay. Very good. Do another town hall. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm trying to just, you know, knuckle down and get this done today. We're close, guys. We're really close. So I know I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, guys, but ultimately the entertain value, it's not that high as that it is what it is. Just finishing off well, that's the idea. Don't slack off. I'm actually really looking forward to my next campaign, although, yeah, we're out of war score. Frick. Although, I'm not 100% sure. I was trying to think, and I was sort of borderline innovating on some things we could do to improve, because the idea, for people who don't know, is I would like to do this as a one province miner. I think if we can do this as a one province miner, then, you know, that really solidifies this on a whole nother level, like in the history books, I suppose. But as far as whether I actually genuinely came up with, you know, results, something questionable. As that innovation, I mean. Alright, good. This stuff's gonna go to Russia. Ah, no, dude. Well, that's a flaw to what I was saying. Shucks. Because the plan was not to... We have to get out of this. 42. Yeah, who knows? He was Defender of the Faith. He was Defender of the Faith. Maybe we can kill him that way. We have to get out. That's nasty. That's nasty. Well, we got that to Russia. I wanted to do that. He can convert it up now. Good. It's 1 War 1, I suppose. We got a long truce with that sin, and, you know, don't like that. Looks like this war's over. Very good. You've been the most entertainment. There's been both cable and the internet. Don't know if it's just a knock on all the stuff that's been produced in Hollywood, or compliment to me. I appreciate that, Jared the Dane. No, there are certain people. I remember saying this once when I first started streaming, and the person who I said it to, which was a small-time streamer, was just like, I guess. As though it's a bad take and I was really wrong and dumb, and it was not applicable. But I spoke about streaming, this was years ago, right? I'm not talking about when I first started as in recently, but years ago, first started streaming, about basically a necessity for sort of like grassroots entertainment, like, because Hollywood and so on are doing such a terrible job. That's how I felt. Okay, it's such a weird, annoying bug. That yeah, because that's how I felt. Like at that stage, I would literally watch people like play D&D, for example. I don't think it's incredible entertainment value or whatever, but it was better than what you could watch on television for the most part. I literally don't watch TV, by the way, and I advocate that people should not watch TV. It's really bad. But yeah, so the thing is, though, that some people don't care, dude. Some people are in love with TV. They love it. Like, even if it's whether it's like a trashy show, but they know it's trashy and they don't care, or, you know, there's many different angles. But some people really are not satisfied, and other people are, and they don't care. And it sounds to me like you're somebody who's not satisfied, which I can very much relate to, that there's not sufficient entertainment. It's funny because I really didn't like Game of Thrones either. You're talking about since Game of Thrones. I didn't like Game of Thrones. I really didn't like it a lot. But I'm impossible to please, I suppose. Actually, I like Attack on Titan, which my friend got me onto, and there's things I don't like about it. That don't get me wrong, but this is good stuff. I know it's not finished, and I really don't like things that aren't finished, like having to wait. And so I haven't finished Attack on Titan. Like, I've watched enough of it, I was into it, I'm like, oh, well, this is good. I'm waiting for them to make the end question mark. I think so. The end of the show. And then I'm going to watch the whole thing, basically, in one batch. But I would recommend that. It's an anime. If people think, like, anime is, like, weeb or whatever, you're entitled to your opinion, but, like, it's literally... I think it's the best show going, personally. But I don't know all the shows going, so... I've tried to resource from my chat many times. I mean, I'm stuck at home, guys. I'm bored as. I would love a very entertaining show to watch. I've tried to resource from my chat many times. Chat, what's something good to watch? And chat's like, my name's Twitch Chat. I'm just teasing you guys. And they're like, the Sopranos. I'm like, oh, okay. Anyway. Get a freaking life, chat. Why did I ask you? Oh, man. Vinyl, eh? The Expanse. I love making fun of chat, dude. Have I ever watched Once Were Warriors? As in the Made in New Zealand film? Yeah, I have. If we're talking about the same thing. I actually did watch Better Call Saul ages ago, but that wasn't finished either. That's pretty good. I gotta admit, it's pretty good. Not bad. Yeah, like, definitely, at least of my generation or whatever, like, Kiwis have all seen Once of Warriors. I mean, I'm interested, guys. I'm gonna read chat just a little bit. Sped up there a lot. The manga is finished. The end is trash. The anime is not. The manga is finished. Oh, that's disappointing, but I'll still watch it. The Expanse vinyl. Expanse sounds lame. I don't know what it is. Because it's like about space or something, is my guess. Yep, it's garbage. Typical Windrunner, dude. Get him out of here, Chad. Get him, Chad. Windrunner's got... Just get him. Okay. Next, vinyl. Don't care. I'll look at vinyl afterwards, but anyway. The Wire is something everybody always ends up recommending. The Wire, but I mean, I think The Wire probably is worth watching, but I've tried to watch it a few times, dude, and the start just sucks. I don't know. Like, I like shows that are really sort of slow and purposeful and in depth. And The Wire gives me that impression, and everybody tells me, yeah, like it gets really good. But the start is just so boring and lame, like non-eventful, non-exciting characters, pointless feeling. Yeah, it's hard to get into for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm bored. I don't want to watch The Wire where it's just like nothing happens. It's like, yeah, they run a gang. It's like, okay, cool. Jeez, I just deleted the cathedral there, man. Frick, I thought that was Hussite. I remember seeing The Wire like out of context, like a random episode on television, and I liked it. That was years ago, because it's an old series, right? Like I'm talking like decades ago. So, and then people have told me that it's all like about multi-character, like it's like, you know, there's something very unique about anime shows, guys. That's one thing. I think it's because the people who make them are like artists, right? They come from the manga and stuff, and then the people developing these characters, like both as you typically would, like with storyboarding and things, but they're also literally, you know, drawing the characters and things, and they get really attached to them. But I'm telling you, dude, like I noticed that it was actually when I first watched Full Metal Alchemist, the old one, which I consider to be the better one, which everybody would hate me for saying that. The old Full Metal Alchemist, dude, there is like no show I've ever seen which like has so much sort of integrity for like every character. It's like every character is like the main character. Like there's so much detail given to like every, and that's pretty common among anime, where like it's about everybody, like the whole cast. And Attack on Titan feels that way as well. But anyway, I was ranting about that because The Wire gives that impression that there's just tons and tons of characters, and they're like sort of reoccurring and stuff, and I like that kind of thing. My favorite anime is Game of Thrones. Okay, VS Greek. Yeah, I watched The Last Kingdom. That's actually not a terrible suggestion, Winray. You're barely scathing by. The Last Kingdom, the first like few seasons or whatever were good. We're gonna cap out on our conversions. Frick. We're just gonna have to chuck more down, guys. Ignoring adjacency. My favorite movie is The Matrix. We were talking about that earlier because the second one's coming out. I already predicted that it's going to be garbage, like so many modern remakes are. That's my opinion. I might be wrong, but I'm quite convinced of that. And people are open to their own taste. You know, some people I'm sure will be like, "Whoa, did you see The Matrix? It's actually good." And I'll be like, "Yeah, really good, dude." Anyways, we spoke about that already. Berserk. Berserk, is there actually like a movie about Berserk or whatever, or an anime? I thought it was just a manga, but I'm not sure. Alright, we're gonna have to chuck some down indiscriminately. It's a shame. So that's almost finished there. Guys, I mean, there really isn't that much to convert, eh? DJ Jones! I just gave you my props for no reason because I was Uncanny PJ. Who's up for 27 months? Thank you so much, dude. You will curse Kotar remake, Knights of the Old Republic. Don't say that about remakes. You will curse Knights of the Old Republic remake. Dude, I'm not sure if you've cottoned on to this, dude. But Star Wars sucks, man. I feel like Star Wars is one of the most overrated things in general. You know, I have the worst Star Wars takes, guys, so just stay away from me. The best Star Wars is the one where everybody hates the little kid and like harassed him in real life because people in real life are absolute trash human beings. They like ruined his life because he's a little kid, Anakin. Those are the best Star Wars. The first Star Wars are trash. That's my take. Luke Skywalker is like, he's like a limp wristed, and he's like, he has no like confidence. He has no like ambition. He's no conviction. I'm telling you, dude. They're all bad. It's like Battle of the Bads with Star Wars. And the best ones are like the ones that everybody hates. I'm telling you, they nail like all the archetypes like really well. At least they do that. Yeah. So I know 90% of the world is gonna disagree with me. So there you go. Fair warning. Okay, we're doing terrible on this Brunei war, guys. I don't know what it is about Luke Skywalker, but he's like this non-hero. I swear there are certain things in this world, guys, that scathe their way by. They just sneak through, they slip through. And it's weird. It's like this society just makes a deal. I mean, I've spoken about it before, but I feel like I'm insane. Like, there's everybody under the sun likes, I think it's a Queen, right? Dude, it is like torture listening to this guy. Have you anybody worked a job and they play the same music over and over again? I've already talked about this on stream and everybody freaks out and hates me. I mean, I cannot even envision making like more garbage music. Queen is fine. Man, I can't. It's like schizophrenic, dude. It's schizophrenic. It's all over the place. It's like high pitch garbage. Like, I cannot even. I give Queen the most harsh rebuke imaginable. And I feel like society just up and loses its mind. Society just decides that certain things are good, even when they're not, I swear. Another example of that is like Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan is this super omega famous musician, and you listen to his music and he actually is like some guy who's just like and everybody's just like, yeah, incredible. Oh, how profound. And I'm just like, what? Dude, real talk. I said this to a Bob Dylan fan, and he's like, "Yeah, I see that, and I agree with you." So everybody's gonna lose their mind. I said Bob Dylan must be the most successful musician of all time, with like a terrible voice, who sounds terrible. And a Bob Dylan fan who likes Bob Dylan is like, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, you're right. So, man, he sounds terrible, dude. He sounds terrible. It sounds like he's trolling, dude. I swear the dude's trolling. It sounds like he's putting on the most unattractive voice he could possibly. We just failed at 78, dude. F my life. Anyway, I feel like the world up and loses its mind and just decides certain things are like good and going to be successful even when they're complete garbage. That's my opinion, and there's many examples of that. And if I express my examples of that, then I will get crucified, right, for talking about it. I swear, man, it's so bad. I know personal preference is a thing, but geez, I'm actually resentful to Queen. Like, having to endure listening to that music and feeling like isolated and alone and alienated at work while people are like jamming to Queen, and I'm like, kill me. I'm like, kill me. It's like, hey, hop a bit, listening to Queen. Oh my god. Just kill me, dude. I'm like, God, why? Why are you not allowed to kill yourself and go to heaven when Queen exists? Jeez Louise, dude. Gotta listen to that while I'm working. That passes its music. My goodness. Freaking hurts me. Okay, I'm done ranting about that. It's just Star Wars is bad, DJ Jones, that's all. Imagine grown men talking about people who are named Qui-Gon Jinn. It's like, my name's Phi Fong Fwing, and I'm... It's like, whatever, dude. It's like, where do you get these names from? My, it's like, that's racist, dude. Stop being racist to Asians. It's like, my name's Ping Pang Pong. No, I'm just kidding. Brunei, that we got more war score now. 90%. Shoot, guys, we're actually like doing badly, legit. Obviously killing his units. Jungle. Let's go straight for this engagement. Talking about music, the guy who directed the Attack on Titan soundtrack, that's like some of the best music I think around for like shows or whatever. I think he's Japanese guy, but I think it's yeah, really legit good. I'm sort of trying to focus up, guys, because it's bad. In a bit of a bad spot here. Okay, dude, I didn't. Oh, frick. F me. Oh no. Yeah, a lot of big popular like mainstream people. I don't feel that way. I've never been that way, guys. I'm a weirdo. I'm just a weirdo. Like people talking about Led Zeppelin and stuff. I mean, I don't know that much about them, and I don't think they're terrible. I don't think they're bad. But like, it's whatever. That is a big boy province right there, by the way. 39. I've always thought in the music industry, you know, overrated is like a really good term. I feel like maybe people feel what I'm saying, but maybe they don't. Man, there's a lot of good music in the world. Like in theory, there's like infinite good music, right? Like music, it kind of buzzes me out just thinking about it. Like you would think like eventually people would run out of songs to make or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But they don't. There's like infinite good music in terms of possibility and stuff. And man, there's some people who are so talented in things in terms of musicians and things, but then there are these like sort of relatively few people who they get mega uber like omega stardom, and everybody else gets hardly any fame or success at all. It's something I've thought like a lot about, and I do think there's some kind of truth to that. And like if you understand what I'm saying, I think a lot of those people, like the people at the top, are like overrated. That's how I feel. They're really, yeah. All right. Okay. This area was taken at the same time. Damn. Talking about big boy provinces, it's 43 there, dude. Daft Punk. Daft Punk's interesting, dude, because like they I think Daft Punk is like interesting because I never knew this about them like at all. But the reason they go for that look where they actually wore like motorbike helmets and stuff, and then it was like sort of like modernized and stuff, is because they basically don't want to be famous in the sense that when they go around, they don't want to be recognized. They don't want to be in the spotlight. They don't want to be like harassed by paparazzi and stuff. And I mean, that's pretty based, dude. Like, there's a downside to it as well, right? Which is people know Daft Punk, but if you were one of those individuals, you know, you're not famous. I think it's, I mean, pretty admirable and relatable and pretty cool. So, with that being said, I mean, Daft Punk has some sick, like, really, really nice. They got some good jams. So, yeah. I think that's the first thing you've ever said smart in your life, chat. Who said Daft Punk? He's the one guy who has something that even remotely resembles a brain. Nav Dev. Of course it was Nav Dev, Peter. Good job, Nav Dev. Making me freaking proud. If you're going to talk about big popular like musicians or whatever, Daft Punk's a good one. Good take. They actually have so much variety in music. They do covers and stuff as well. But I remember they had like, I guess it's probably an album or whatever, but that I always, like I saw it on a music video when I was a kid, and I always wondered and wanted to find that song, but I could never find it. It was almost like a metal song by Daft Punk. I don't know. Maybe some hardcore fans will tell me. But they look, I remember the way they look. If you guys know that song Robot Rock, they look like that in the song. The music video. Robot Rock. Daft Punk's legit. I'm pretty sure that they're, what's the term? Like DMCA or whatever if I play the music though, sadly. Because they're like such a big... I had a friend that I worked with once who was like an aspiring musician, and like I asked him, he's a younger guy, I asked him like who's he into? And he said Deadmau5. You guys know Deadmau5? And the thing is like, I mean, I don't think Deadmau5, I don't want to diss anybody, and like I don't think Deadmau5 is like bad or whatever, but like he's got some decent songs. That friend played for me. But I swear, like the techno stuff, like it's all like, you know, the sort of progressive, like you have like I'm talking about Deadmau5, like the same sort of monotonous beat, but then it sort of transitions into something, and it's like, dude, compared to like just even like generic sort of like techno songs that I used to hear all the time, like back in the days, I just, it's pretty lackluster, I feel like. It's pretty lackluster, like, yeah, back in my day, it's gross. Shut up, Crowspot. I mean, like, Daft Punk, like, blows them out of the water is what I'm trying to say. But that's just my opinion. Alright, Brunei, we're on 82%, but more important... Oh, we got him. Nice. I wasn't convinced he was going to quit, this guy. Oh, fantastic. Perfect. Alright, he was stressing me out. And we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Very good. So, next up, I'm worried about those zombies. We want to deal with that. Alright, let's think about our next war, because positioning. So, it's actually going to be Portugal, and my positioning is pretty good for Portugal. Yeah. Hey, Mexico's at peace. Let's go. So Mexico's another guy as well. Colombia. Colombia's another guy as well. Let's hire more troopies. El Trupos. Let's hire more El Trupos. All of our subjects are loyal, it's true. Now, I'm not taking trade from Malacca or Songhai, but we're doing fine. When we eliminate Ethiopian Kilwa, it should be good for Librizai, reducing relative strength. And as we generate more prestige, I'll put it into them. Okay, transfer the trade power if we need to. Alright, so at peace, we've got a few things to do while we're at peace here, guys, which is important. I really hope Kilwa can take all of this for Rizzles. You know, talking about music some more, like people listing their, a lot of old, like, classic bands and stuff. Sort of one of the more mainstream people that I used to listen to when I was a little kid, and this group gets memed on, like, it's a phase to like this group, is Metallica. Man, I always felt like anybody would recommend any kind of rock to me, and I felt like it was just like a watered down, like, derivative version of Metallica. And the other thing with Metallica is that everybody likes the same songs. Like, they have so many songs. I guess a lot of bands do, some don't. But that same logic we're talking about, where, like, there's a few golden people and they blow up, I swear, like, even internally within Metallica, who's big and popular, people only like those songs. I swear some of those songs are trash compared to, like, less known Metallica songs. It's freaking weird, man. Metallica has, like, a bunch of bangers that nobody cares about. Yeah, people talking about, like, a phase or whatever. The version from the orchestra, guys, the San Francisco Orchestra, like that song, "Bleeding Me," Man, there is, like, now that's not that common of a song. That's that's not that favored in terms of Metallica songs. That's a fantastic song. Like, I'm telling you, go listen to it right now. Like, you're gonna be like, damn. What's your favorite Metallica album? I'd have to think about it because I haven't thought about it in a long time. But probably the one that I just mentioned, because it's almost like a best of or whatever, or greatest hits or whatever. But it's not, and they're I think they're an improvement. The, like, San Francisco Orchestra, I forget what it's called. I think it's really good. And a lot of people, what do I know? I'm dumb and wrong. People talking about Metallica's past their prime and stuff like that when they recorded it. All right. How's the run going? It's going pretty well. Going pretty damn well. I made a mistake last session, which is I went to war without giving this Indian some land, and I wish he was converting a little bit more land right now. But at the same time, we're only going to have him do a little bit more low dev land up here, so I guess it doesn't matter if he does it now or later. We're about to finish our first round of wars, literally. Our cores have finished after freaking 2 hours 20 minutes. It's brutal, dude. Freaking brutal. We've started dropping culture conversions which are inefficient, and by that I mean not adjacent, quite hard, but I don't seem, you know, capable of keeping it efficient in the way I would have liked. We've been doing it too efficiently throughout the whole course of the game that we're running out of areas that we don't have separatism. So we don't need to feel bad, but it is a weird feeling because I don't know where to convert necessarily. It's quite clear where to convert if you're just following the adjacency, but if you're not, it just gets a bit weird. Good. Sulu's going to be tag eliminated here. This is actually 2 tag eliminations. Brunei is currently the 4th greatest power in the world. Malacca's had a hard time coring. We're going to give him this island here. He is our most recently re-released nation. He's got a 5 in admin. He took administrative ideas. Yikes, he's going to have no admin points at all. Yeah, but we've been feeding him. So it's the one I just mentioned, FPS Greek. It's okay. I plan to give it over to Malacca. Oh! This regressed. Uh-oh. Why? We had the full annexation, but I was actually going to piece him out there instead of taking this naval battle. But it regressed. Alright, speaking of inefficiencies with culture, guys, we're going to dump some. It's just weird. Isn't Knights of the Old Republic a game anyway? Somebody said the Knights of the Old Republic remake. Are they remaking the game? I just don't like Star Wars anymore, dude. I'm so over Star Wars, like I don't care. Another thing I don't like is that everybody else likes is Batman, dude. Am I the only person that doesn't like Batman? Man, Batman's so silly. I always diss Batman. I don't do it on stream. If you guys knew me, I always diss Batman. I always make like cheeky Batman references. Construction cost. Ugh. It's okay. It's just money. Haven't seen any Batman movie. I feel like Batman movies have just gotten worse and worse and worse over time. People think the Dark Knight or whatever, they rave on about it. Does the most recent iteration of Batman is like really huge. People like love it. And yeah. Alright, we should have pieced out. It's basically a guy who goes around wearing underwear on the outside of his pants. Hey guys, I think that's pretty accurate. He wears underwear on the outside of his pants. And he's like, Batman. He talks like this. Okay. Corso finished. No, the reason I'm talking about Batman specifically is because everybody likes Batman as though it's like better than Superman. My dude. I know so does Superman. But like I could just as well be talking about Superman, but nobody would care. I talk about Batman, people are like, how dare you? Batman's so cool. I always hear people talking about how they love Batman. They're like, oh man, Batman. He's like, man, my dad, Batman. I mean, not my dad, but just Batman. He's so good. Like, you know, most superheroes, they're just superheroes. But Batman, he's like a human being, dude. So that's why I like him, because he's a human being. And I'm like, sweet, dude. Cool story, bro. Batman, by the way. I never liked Batman. Yay, we got the full annexation in time, guys. Feels good. Nice-oo. Alright, so we've got business to take care of while we're at peace. Alright, so Malacca. Placate him. Alright, Kilwa, make me proud here, okay? So we sent the colonists here and here. Those are two of the most, I mean, that's obviously isolated. Two of the most furthest isolated areas. Which one of these is colony? That's colony. Shagga. To the left of it is not. Make me proud, Kilwa. Take it all, baby. Come on. You couldn't do it for war score. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Come on, Kilwa. 34. Come on, Kilwa. 70 frickin' 1. That must have been cute. Oh, man. We're gonna be overextended. Frick. Ugh. Yikes. Yikes, man. Can't even core that stuff, guys, unless I take the ignore coring range. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to, like, give this to Malacca to hand him some of this. $42 dev. Okay, we can't leave this province. We're gonna have units here forever. We're no longer overextended. But like I said, I can't core those provinces, so it's awkward. I'm either going to have to wait until we take this, but then it's the time in which it takes to core, or I'm going to have to hand it off to Killer once he's cored the other stuff. It's awkward. Okay, now we're going to march. 1, 2, 3, and 4 on Malacca. Alright. Oh geez. So we don't have the relations if we weren't at war with Kilwa, as we can see. Alright, so we got to do relations here. 28 days, we're going to go back to war. So, India, we're going to do some low dev handoffs to him because he's run out of conversions of his missionaries. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 dev. 7 provinces. I'm gonna have him convert. I think we're done there, dude. Yes. Okay, so in 2 years, we're gonna take the annexation cost reduction. These guys are Scottish, so they don't join the wars, and we're gonna integrate Ethiopia and kill into the country. Land bridge to Ethiopia. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. So I can't burn this. Okay. I should state these now. Seems that way. Alright. That's all we're going to do. There we go. Alright, so you guys know Ethiopian Kilwa's land is most, ideally all of it, but it's mostly Hussite, guys. So there shouldn't be separatism in at least, you know, most of it. And when we integrate them into the country, there'll be a good area to dump some cultural conversions. Watch and Kilwa, he's taxed on admin. Oh no. He doesn't have admin, he did economic. Oh no, dude. Alright guys, it's time to... So the Congo sinned. Let's see who becomes the 8th great power of the world now. It's time to kill Portugal, guys. Somebody we've been meaning to kill for a long time. Okay, diplomat arrives. He's got no friends. I would be interested to see how much overextension it's going to give us to take him out, because we'll probably try to combine him with Colombia. Let's take -2 unrest. That is a beautiful modifier. We have insane stability now. Look at that, dude. And that doesn't include tolerance of true faith and true faith provinces. That's remarkable, dude. 92 overextension. -13.36. Beautiful. Rebels in Australia. Thank you. Why doesn't it frickin' move? It is. Oh, she's a beaut, mate. A beaut. This was messy. More messy than I would like to admit. But, we got those colonists down, which is important, into faraway regions. Okay, I'm trying to procrastinate on culture conversions, but it's going to have to drop here, the culture conversions. Okay. So as per usual, we'll comb for adjacency a little bit, which most likely does not exist. And then we're just gonna chuck it out. Religious zeal. Oh, it does. Thank you, man. Thank you. That's awkward because I stated it to convert it. Yikes, because we could culture convert it because it has no separatism. That's a really weird state of affairs. No separatism, but religious zeal, eh? Bacon Sheep. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, Bacon Sheep. Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate you. Good catch there, dude. Who said that? Gilgamesh. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Crownland. How are we doing there? Doing fine. Yeah, Diplo points are literally going to cap. You know, somebody commented in my YouTube channel that me stating things to avoid governing capacity is an exploit. Ah, man. I mean, it's been on my mind. It's so annoying. People's YouTube comments is like, I try not to let them get to me, but they really do get to me. It's annoying, man. Anyway, I just like have to not. It literally makes me just not upload to YouTube and stuff because I don't like people. This dude, anyway, it's just how people behave, man. Like, this dude's like, the way that you state things to avoid governing capacity is an exploit. And he says state and not core. And I'm like, you know that when you state the province, it increases the governing capacity, right? Like, whether it's core or not. But it's just pointless, like, even, like, responding or talking to these people, like, at all. So the Indians back at it, there were conversions, that's good. Nice. Well, let's check the peace deal here. I'm really, really, really hoping that there's basically no overextension. Who knows? Maybe we could sit on that African overextension some more. Yeah, so then this is 0, we're at 9. It's looking good. $14. Let's look at Great Pals. We didn't catch it since Brunei is dead. Well, 14. Wow. There is freaking no overextension. Awesome, dude. I actually didn't think that was going to be anywhere near that case. Jampur. Wow, I kind of called that earlier. Jampur is the 8th great power in the world, guys. So this is where we're getting down to. That's how pathetic the supposed great powers in the world actually are. Alright, Diplo's gonna cap out here. Man, that's great. That's great. So we're gonna dow Colombia, guys. Hey, finally! We were waiting for adjacency here. The separatism's gone. That's good. But I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and dump. There's really no point in waiting, guys, because we're Diplo capped. So, as much as I want adjacency, we have to spend it somewhere, and you know, I think culture converting is where we want to waste the points. So let's do that whole area there and get it done. That buys us some time, I suppose. Okay, Colombia or Mexico, chat? Place your bets now. So Colombia has this guarantee. Oh man, Mexico has that guarantee. Let's look at war score. 115. Mexico keeps killing people. He's actually potentially going to get too big. Let's deal with this. His little friend. If we add 9 war score here, it's full. It's still full annexable. His little friend's diplomacy is just Mexico. We're going to co-village him. Okay. I mean, sure, anything that didn't exist in the beginning of the game wouldn't give us overextension, so surely we can add this to the list. Mexico is the, fourth great power of the world. Apparently Colombia's strong on great powers, but he's less war score cost. That's weird. So naturally this guy is a Western tech unit nation, which is a little bit concerning. And apparently they do not have that many troops, honestly. That's not that many. So lots of forts there down in the actual Mexico part of Mexico. Mexican part of Mexico, if that makes sense. Yeah, so the other question is, how difficult are these wars going to be to win, you know? How difficult are they going to be to win here to get the full annexation by the time these cores finish? That's our timer. They should be good. It's the Enlightenment, is it? Which Colombia bet Mexico to. Nice. We're under governing capacity. Oh, wow. Actually, quite some room there. Nice. That feel good. It also feels good to just dump the culture conversions into Morocco like that, guys. You know, if we look at the orange, I swear, dude, I mean, we've basically, you know, all the stuff is separatism and stuff, or it's not cored. Done a good job. So I'm looking forward to getting Kilwa and Ethiopia in. Sadly, I don't think it's going to finish this session, guys. We just move so slow, but at the end of next year, we're going to take the annexation cost reduction. And yeah, we will take the 20% here again and incorporate them into the country. Nice. So this guy here is a nice cheeky adjacent province. You know what? Let's do this one for the same reason, to prep adjacency against Congo. I take it back. I take it back. Let's core this and then do that. 5. You know, the 5 converts quickly. That person who says uptime is thinking, he's only been streaming for an hour and 43 minutes. How is he not going to incorporate Ethiopia and Kilwa in this session? It's because we did literally one round of cores, dude, in the last hour and 45 minutes. It's brutal how slowly we play. It's just how it is. What Diplo banking? Shut up, guys. No Diplo banking. Alright, so this is ignore core distance, yeah? Let's get the other one started. Yeah, I mean, it's force march, naval engagements. We've killed the naval people. So we can call this now. Alright, kill the natives there. Check the overextension of taking Mexico. So Portugal's 14. Don't be too bad, Mexico. It's quite high. Uh-oh. Frick. This is going to go some overextension. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to bite the bullet and do it. It's no matter what, basically. It's not a full annexation. There we go. Okay, that was 9 war score. Very good. Very good. Now, Mexico, just how we had hoped and planned, guys, he has been converting to Hussite. You can see the modifier on all of these provinces. He's been converting to Hussite, so that's it's a clap, you know? Independent nation converting to Hussite, and who knows, he might get a couple more off here while we're at war with him. I don't know. Very good. So the others did as well, but you know, they did like one province each, that kind of thing. Mexico legitimately doing a reasonable amount of conversions there since we made him independent. Very good. Alright, so in regards to humanists, the separatism is 2 away, guys. That's obviously pretty significant. Because a lot of the areas where we could be culture converting, but we're waiting on separatism, many of those, that separatism is going to be wiped away with the 10 years, which is good. And then otherwise, we're just going to slow roll humanist, but I do want to do it while I have the reduced cost during the golden era, which is like only another 25 years. So we're like halfway there. Halfway throughout the golden era. Because, of course, the policy for reduced separatism. And now that we've gotten into these enclaves with colonies, the only sort of isolated part of the world is here against Songhai. So, because we have unrestricted coring range, we should be able to seize any, yes, absolutely any of his provinces. Look at that. And there we can see that that's absolutely plausible now by just taking 1 3-dev province. That feels good, guys. That feels good. And then we can colonize into here as well. So once, of course, all of the colonies have been started up, we're going to abandon this, giving us 280 admin to put into humanist, unlocking the slot, which is going to go to aristocratic for the aristocratic policies and the diplomat, basically, to integrate more nations at the same time simultaneously. Yeah, feels good, feels good, feels good. So Songhai, if we take that through, I think we can do it now, right? Let's just seize it now. Very good. Very good. Das ist gut. Okay. Nice. Quickly chat, let's PU Portugal. Maybe show colonial map mode. So I knew that guy's there. We're working on that. Yeah, we can now work off of this at a sooner date when it finishes. Ethiopia is being integrated. We go through here. Yep, we've got a bead on all of it. That is just waiting for this to finish. We're going to be spreading here. We can colonize that now, as you can see. So it's the one in the New World. We're looking out for that red. Yeah, I mean, obviously the islands and things were colonized by Portugal and Britain. It's done. I mean, that's it. This guy, integrate Ethiopia. Matter of time. It's time here. Just keep recalling when they arrive and putting them out. Alright, so now I want to give a gift. Sakilwa. They're both above 190. Very good. Okay, nice. Australian adjacency, New Zealand adjacency. Oh wow, look at that. Cook Strait has almost all of bloody New Zealand is adjacent. So really, there's separatism here? Not much, but there is. I think only Tauranga. Wow. It's right down in southern New Zealand here. Every single province apart from Tauranga is adjacent by the Cook Strait, it looks like. Wow. Another one in Australia. Ah, that's just this little guy. It's better than nothing. Alright, both of the nations we're fighting are medium enthusiasm, which means they're sort of somewhat distraught with our numbers, and of course means they're somewhat willing to peace out, obviously. Yeah, so I was humoring chat. I'm not sure if it's going to go that way or not, but humoring the idea of actually potentially even doing the run in the future as a different one province miner than Death Martian. I'm not sure if I don't want to make any promises, but yeah, I've been trying to think of some strats, and I think there might be some validity to it, which is interesting to me. Very interesting. This version. I'm not thinking about Leviathan. I mean, Leviathan does, to an extent, it does trivialize it. I know it does. As to how much, like, I would have to play the patch. Alright, so we're on a measly 21 war score, 22 after taking his capital. That's what I want to see. Portugal has no other forts, guys. Because there's not a negative 1000 modifier. So, due to the war score, which is 62, I mean, this is pretty grim. We need to occupy anything we can, and that's the main chunk of them there. He's got some in... He's got New Guinea here, or whatever, Papua New Guinea. Let's occupy that. But, yeah, we should have Portugal there, given some time. Ah, I am paused without using my missionary, dude. Bad idea. Nope, we're not leaving him with anything. We're full annexing him. Nice. This is some adjacency spreadage right here. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't catch that when it finished. Good. Just going to finish off Japan and move on with the missionaries. All right. Nice, dude. All of Scandinavia at least converting. Very nice. Thank you, JNP. Yeah, it's looking good. It's kind of daunting, dude. You know, one mistake screws us, and we're getting there to the end. But it is looking good, for sure. It definitely is. Actually, fighting these chill wars right now, I'm almost enjoying myself, guys. I shouldn't say that. It's a bit of a taboo around here to have fun while playing the EU4, which is only misery and suffering allowed. I think fun is a Dan's game, to be honest, actually. Fun is a Dan's game, and death is a why people happy. Okay. What the frick? This has a frickin' modifier as well! Damn it, I thought it was just the one. We've had an AFK missionary there. Frick. Damn it. Dude. Just frick, we can't do that. Idling, dude. Yikes. Oopsie daisies. That was Mulwa. If you guys remember, Mulwa was converting things to Hindu, right? When we re-released him. Oh, man. Okay. Damn it. That missionary was just idling. It doesn't feel good. We can't let that happen. In theory, any occupation we make against Portugal, it should give us some war score, you know? The problem to Portugal was when we piece them out, there's going to be zombies on islands. Nobody likes island zombies. As if regular zombies weren't bad enough. Island zombies. The dreaded island zombie. New Providence is a tiny little nation here which should give 0 overextension, right? I wonder if we can just take them out like at any moment. I probably need the fleet to do it. I'll wait on that fleet over in Portugal area. Good. Russia deals the Rebolas. So, at this moment, Ethiopia takes 518 dip. He's obviously not going to take that much. Almost 700. It's a lot, man. We do 20% with a policy and 15% here. I bet they both basically 50% this twice, if that makes sense. Taking this down to like 250 and then like 125. It's my guess. It's going to be around that. We will see though. Good. We've got to do this guy up north, Hokkaido. But Japan is almost completely Hussite. Very good. Yes, we march the other vassals. Oops. Should not have moved that guy. I was convinced we were going to get access through here. Yeah, we're not even using our relations. Let me just freaking demand access myself. Theoretically, yes. When our infantry takes damage, we have worse composition. But the way it's a little bit of a cluster right now, dude, because we've been fighting the whole world simultaneously. But in theory, I have two sets of, see, you can see this is 80,000, which puts us, basically we have excessive cannons as opposed to a lack of infantry. Does that make sense? I basically, when I design my composition, I have it with two armies in mind, two armies side by side, with the intention to support and respond and defend and fight with each other. It's just because we're so late in the game and there's so few nations that we're spread more and more thin. But yeah, exactly. It's like a 40-40 combo is the idea. That's the idea. And like I said, we actually have an excess of cannons as opposed to a lack of infantry. I want this separatism to go away. I mean, these aren't even our religion. Yeah, we're ages off. Oh, we took out Scotland first, but there's no adjacency up there. There's, yeah, the separatism from humanist, which we're sort of getting close to, that would be really valuable to us. If we could get it. Alright, so I'm a little bit worried about the Portuguese war score. We are on ticking war score, and it's 62 war score total. But obviously we want to finish fairly soon. We want to finish the war. Let's do a little bit of carpet sieging here. Geez, I'm having so many fleeting thoughts. Yeah, this guy has to AFK here. I don't want spooky separatism on that now. This is actually a problem province. It's scaring me a little bit, but I did do a rough calculation. I'm pretty certain it's fine. Bacon Sheep, man, with the popping off with the gifted subs lately, dude. Thank you so much, Bacon Sheep. You're the best. 92 gifted. Thank you, man. What an absolute legend. You're the best, Bacon Sheep. Thank you so much. Damn it, I didn't go to that even though I tried to click go to. Must have been Japan. So natives in these three have to be dealt with. This is Kilwa's missionary. These Adjurani separatists are a little bit awkward. Why can't you handle that, Kilwa? You're scourged, my man. Like, you don't have an army? What a pretty weak army. Let's just kill it. We've got all the manpower in the world right now, literally. As reckless as we are, we gain manpower faster than we lose it, so we should be okay. Alright, I'm gonna idle on these islands, and I'm going to actually go for New Providence here at the same time. Gotta engage some of the Mexicans. The Mexicans will turn into zombies, which means they need to die either way. But he's gonna come out here and basically stomp on my carpet siege that I just set up. So we'll try to engage. Yeah, I really want the separatism, guys, but we have to make sure we have an abundance of admin, enough to call what we're actually taking at any given time. So it looks like this is safe from Portugal, eh? Looks that way. Whether it is that way, we're about to find out. Okay. Killed those for kill. Apparently, they seem to be dispatched pretty nicely. Pretty easily. Not many casualties taken anyway. And back to native killing. We did natives over here, guys, so I mean, I pretty much think we've killed the natives in every single potential colony now, if we do these three, which is good. You don't need to kill this, right, in the New World. It converts to your culture and religion for free, I believe. Bacon Sheep with another gifted sub. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you, dude. Alright, I'm gonna do some Christian land indiscriminately. Am I gonna regret that? This state is done. Gotta focus on this state here in India. It's such a weird event. When your ruler is a different culture, it's like you can lose like 10 legitimacy and 3 stability. 3 stability? You having a laugh, mate? Who would ever do that just to change the culture of your ruler? That don't make no sense. Yeah, war score's doing a lot better against Portugal as we take his... oh, there's a province right there. Any random province we can take from Portugal has a big ramification on the war score, so... we're, if we take over South Africa, should bode well for that, along with taking war score. Okay. Where are you steering trade to? We collect with 3 merchants in all 3 end nodes, and you can see a measly 96 in Venice, 315 in the English Channel, which is my main trade port. I moved my trade port separate from my capital, that's why I don't have a merchant there. It's interesting, we're at 100% here. We could put that merchant somewhere else. And we're steering to Genoa, to answer your question, with over 1,000 here. I'm well aware we could min-max our economy even more. We could make more money, but it's just pointless, guys. We have, as long as we have the money to achieve the ends that we need, we're doing absolutely fine. People, I'm not trying to insult people, but particularly noobs, like lesser experienced people, have this obsession with money. And this run that we're doing is extremely tedious, and they will get on my back like, oh, you should be investing the money, you should be spending the money, you should be investing the money. But it literally just increases the tediousness of the run, and there is literally no point, right? Like, we have over 1 million troops. And we have no problem funding them. We have no problem. If we ever need money, we just take another loan. We make so much money that we repay the loans. It's just like if we need money on demand, we loan, and we make money to just repay the loans, like straight up. So we just have infinite money. I'm not going to invest into the economy. It's just pointless. And more so as it gets later and later here. Alright, good, good, good. So we have that little native. Seems clear out here. So we can add the little native to this list. 94. 94, 80 overextension. Okay. Look at that, guys. For people who don't realize, the orange guys are being converted to Roman, and the green is Roman, obviously. So that's where we're at. I mean, there's what, less than 90 years in the game. I'm doing my best. Where there's honestly only a small area of the world that we actually, I mean, the red is what we own, right, opposed to our subjects. But then so much of it has separatism. So we're pretty high in regards to having converted anything that we could potentially convert, like truly. But, you know, that's not an excuse. It's about achieving that goal at the end of the day. But I just think compared to our last run where we came very close, we're doing a lot better. So, yeah, we're all optimistic here, right? I think we are all optimistic. Oh, I see. Damn. Oh, frick. These have been recently converted to Shinto. Yikes. I wasted that missionary's time as well. At least I caught it that time, but yeah. Damn. That's awkward. Okay, I'm pretty stoked about our pace on these wars. It seems pretty good to me. Still have months and months and months here. And, you know, I was talking earlier about how little we actually do in terms of time in real life, but, you know, we're spending a lot of this time with the game more or less unpaused. So this is actually going pretty fast as well. Relative to what we're used to. Converted to our religion? You cannot check in terms of ledger. The game is not designed, right, to do a one culture. A one culture was always sort of a fan kind of self initiated type of challenge. So you can look at the religion if that's what you're talking about. So I think people speculate that there's like 3,100 provinces, something like that, 3,170 or something. We're at 2,183 Hussite. 3,137, okay. Yeah, I mean, this 2,100 number has increased a lot. I think the beginning, just before last session, we weren't even at 2k, guys. Maybe it was 2 sessions ago. I think that's right. Which means in like 10 years of game... No, it's been longer. But yeah, we've done like almost 200 provinces. I mean, we are converting a lot, with no doubt. We're converting a lot. Yeah, but it will slow up in theory. We've been focusing really hard on Shinto, which is harder to convert, and between my subjects and myself occasionally, we've been focusing pretty hard on Sunni as well, Muslims. So we can see how quickly here, 4 months apart, we can convert, Christians. So we've actually, despite going fast, if that makes sense, we've actually been going slow in terms of if we were trying to convert provinces as quickly as we could, as opposed to strategic ones. Oh, sure. Thank you for the prime, Osher. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much. Better than last game. Seems good. Yeah. Yes, indeed. I was more anal about, like, exploiting and stuff like that this game. Because I can't stomach a repeat of last game. But we're just having a better game. That's the reality. Oh no! Yay, dodged. Dodge, 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 avoid, avoid, avoid. This is a good place for cathedrals. Dude, I bet you there's like a bunch of islands that don't have cathedrals that we took from people, various people, England, etc. Just while I'm here, let's do a little bit of that action. So just while I'm musing, guys, I would love to be able to build multiple buildings at a time, like Cathedral Town Hall, stack them up. So, I mean, I don't feel like it's any kind of advantage, like spending money, but building multiple buildings and so they're like stacked in like queue, that would be great. Bonus to have. It's already Hussite, already Hussite, already Hussite. Cataris, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. You don't know what this is. Can someone confirm? What are you talking about? 9 months, appreciate that. I don't know what you're talking about, Cataris. Alright. Ah, jeez, I unpaused the game, dude, with these missionaries. Keep busy, monk. Come on. Come on. We've been slacking on that legit this game. Come on. Stop doing that. Well, I've been really good about it, actually, in the grand scheme of things, and today I keep unpausing the game. My missionaries aren't doing anything. Alright, let's just quickly, considering it's for free, guys, look at a place that a missionary is going to benefit us. Missionary and merchant. Do Siam, not much. Burma, not much. Probably the Philippines. Here, let's do that. It's a lot of money in there. Alright, let's go kill New Providence. Oh, whoa! Surprise! Hello? Holy... Okay, they're dead. Okay. Some resistance here. El Portugueos. Yep. Gonna lose a few units there. Can't do much about that. And I need to make more emotes. Emotes are cool, but I'm bad at making them. Okay, so terrain advantage here against Mexico. I mean, this is a victory against Mexico, right? Yep, he's done. But it's always awkward because you have to stall and wait for the cause to finish. Portugal, on the other hand, is not done. Alright. We need to occupy this. Yeah, this should get him here. We'll be unstating that shortly. Nice. No separatism. Those diplo points are catching back up, guys, to the cap, which means more inefficient conversions, really. Can't do much about that. Alright, so stack wiping Portugal here, which we will inevitably do, would be good for the overall it's not even war score so much, but he doesn't want to peace out. He doesn't want to quit. Divert trade from subjects. Why am I not diverting trade? I know that it was going to make the difference between Liberty Desire with Malacca, and I turned it off. But yeah, thank you. I don't know, I must have turned it off at some point. We're supposed to be doing it from everybody apart from Songhai and Malacca, and I just turned Malacca on. It's weird. Alright. Those were all the zeros in South America. I mean, that makes me feel really good, guys. We hadn't touched South America at all until we converted all of that for zero. So that's some good adjacency set up for the future. Good, good, good. Start annexing Kula. He's got two... No, he's got these as well. Nope. Thank you, though. Nice. Ethiopia stated this stuff. Good. So the trading company's obviously going to go away. There's proof of concept there. Here's our 30 dev capital. Jeez, takes 9 years for this to convert. But that's still 7 years window to build the furnace, which is required to spawn the industrialization institution, which is going to give us 100 diplo points and admin points if we need it by then. I'm not sure if we will or not. Man, maybe even military points, because we might be doing aristocratic, but anyway. It's namely the diplo points that we care about. War score's doing a lot better now. Dude, Portugal hanging around for such a long time, man. I hate him. So there was that awful dynamic where he was guaranteed by England and Portugal was defender of the faith and would back up England. Disgusting. Literally not allied to each other and literally were always backing each other up. Awful dynamic. Alright, man. Somebody's gonna finish soon? They are. So we're going to unstate this for now because Hokkaido has that modifier everywhere and that allows me to culture convert this with adjacency. Diplo points are capping out. So we've got extraordinarily low states right now. It's just that one. We haven't really stated anything up. So let's do something we haven't done in a while, which is go down the list looking for adjacency. And then I'm going to cancel that in India. Wait, January? For separatism reasons? Ah, maybe I should have. One thing that's interesting, guys, is obviously if something's our culture, it doesn't, like Roman, it doesn't show up on this list. So because we've converted a lot, this list isn't that big, but also, you know, it's going to incrementally increase as we add, you know, new provinces, new tags. But we're used to it being all glitchy and laggy and stuff. It might not even occur, to be honest, in this game. Oh, surely it will, though. When we have what remains, plus annexing, you know, Songhai, Kilwa, Russia, surely it will sort of glitch out in that fashion. Alright, obviously none of that's adjacent. That tided us over for a little bit. I missed a 10. That's okay. Thank you, though. I didn't realize I missed a 10. Wait, so one of these is probably this area. Yeah. You're supposed to cancel these. So I can unstate it. And I'll re-up those when we do unstate it. Alright, New Providence. Let's quickly land here. Come on, game. Waiting on this cause now. Alright, Malacca struggling to core up. There's 2 provinces he hasn't caught up. He's doing a good job converting, though, to be honest. This Indian making absolute short work. I mean, he's got, out of the 7 we gave him, he's doing the final 3. Ethiopia. I'm not sure his missionaries are active right now. I don't see them. Come on, Ethiopia. And it seems as though Kilwa has 2 provinces total, which require converting, but I don't see their missionaries either. Yeah, Ethiopia is doing 1, 2. Okay, I'm blind. And Kilwa's doing 1. Fantastic. Alright. So their religious unity is going to be looking really, really, really good, like impeccable, so that when we bring them into the country, we won't miss their missionaries in that sense. How's the separatism in this area? Oh, it doesn't exist. Okay, this takes prio now. Let's do that area adjacency. Here's the annexation cost reduction, guys. Ah, so we just lost our missionary. Our missionary strength. Let's retract the one that has the least progress. And it's time to integrate Ethiopia and Kilwa into the country. Rip. That's, you know, our 7th missionary is gone. We will never get him back. That does not feel great. You're kidding me. Where's the annexation cost reduction, dude? I always stress out. Is there some weird issue where marches don't count towards it or something? The parliament is so whack like that. Come on, just give it to me. Marches count. Dude, I swear it's like guaranteed on 5 and we're not getting it. It's stressing me out. Ah, give me the bloody thing. Alright, did we do cathedrals here? Not as well as we could have. I go through phases, guys, when I'm streaming, like, just for these 3-hour sessions, you know, we don't even go that hard, but it's like, man, like, sometimes I'm like, enjoying myself, like, this is good, we can do this, and other times I'm just like, what even is my life right now, dude? Like, the building management and stuff, it's like, get me out. Get me out! This is so nasty. Okay. This island is so small here. I always overlook it. It's actually tiny. Alright, come on, game. Please give me the annexation cost reduction thing. Zero overextension. There will be unrest here, though. Yeah, there's not much, but there is unrest. It's a tag eliminated right there. Pirate Coast. This is going to be prio for conversions as well, because that could be converted right now with adjacency. Alright, I actually didn't check in on... Hang on a second, where are our states, guys? Here. I did not check in on the Portuguese peace deal. Can the Portuguese be... Do they accept peace right now? They do, thank goodness. They're dead. Beautiful, he did. Beautiful. So both Mexico and Portugal tag eliminated. These are actually relative to the other nations. These are some of the strongest nations in the world. Eliminated. Feels good, man. Please give it to me, game. Oh my goodness, man. Something's wrong, dude. Oh no. Well, marches don't count for the number. Ah! Marches don't count for the multiplier, which makes it more likely having less. How did this happen? That doesn't even make sense though. We did this in the other run. Oh man. What a joke. Is there a cooldown on marching? There must be a cooldown on marching. At peace, we're going to do the client state here, which I wanted to do anyway, which gives us 3, which makes it technically viable. So maybe through the process of other options not being viable, we can get it. Oh no, dude. I'm stressing out now. Frick. I knew something was wrong. Because we should have gotten it instantly. But apparently... I mean, the long short of it is we can't get it, guys. We can't get it unless we at least have 3. I don't even think having 3 is going to be sufficient. But maybe due to the fact that there's not other parliamentary debates available, it might pop up. Frick, man. That's not what we needed. Payback loans. Why? Why? Is one of these available because we have debt? We got 6 loans, I can pay 1 off. Yeah, I mean, it's too much to debase. We do spend our points. Well, if it takes time, I mean, we're going to pay off our debt, so... Frick, I feel awful now. It's not good. Like, it's not even worth checking. To be honest, it's not going to be there. It would take a small miracle for it to be there. Once we get to Peace and Power file, release the client state, that's when we're hoping to get it. Alright, so did another year pass since I did the culture thing, or just one? I think just 1 year passed, right? Let's do some burning here quickly. Alright, Portugal. It's the full annexation of Portugal. I'm sure that he had units around, like at sea and so on islands, I mean. Which means that they are now zombies. They're little, you know, rebel factions out and around, which is really annoying and difficult to deal with. So we got that there in New Zealand. Alright, we're gonna wait a little bit longer before piecing out Mexico. So we should have 4 or 5 loans or something? I think 4 loans. We got 4 loans. In terms of eliminating that parliamentary debate associated with the debt. Our capital is in Australia. Yeah, I'm stressed now, guys. I'm stressed now. So that is a double tag elimination. This is the 8th great power in the world. Would you believe it? This other guy is going to become the 8th. These are going to be the 2 weakest great powers in the world after Mexico disappears. Alright, this is a important region to build cathedrals. So we unstated this guy. It's adjacent there. Alright, so somebody said I missed one anyway, and we know separatism has reduced. Let's go down the list again, guys. We're starting, I mean, I'm trying to keep it clean, so see these ones came up. Ah, it's good. We're actually getting some right now. Make sure you're not culture converting the primary. I know I'm not, because I gave him all of his primary culture to avoid that issue. Thank you, though. Spent some diplo points here, guys. We spent some. And obviously annexing the subjects themselves is a little bit of a breather. And then when we annex the subjects, we have some of their land to convert. So, yeah. But we need that annexation cost reduction from the parliament, which is a problem. Yeah, yes indeed. Alright, we're going to be fighting Colombia next. Come on, game, just give me luck. Damn it. Alrighty. 2 tag eliminations here. Now, I think that we're not overextended when these cores finish, but I'm actually not 100% sure about that. Yeah, it's hard to say. I sort of committed to that either way. Alright, cathedrals. No, he's Hussite, of course. Awesome. Awesome. Cathedral's down here. Alright, so we're going to release a client state. This client state actually serves the intention, and it actually serves exactly this purpose, to make the parliamentary debate available. That's why we're doing it. We're doing it in a 3-dev province with our annexation cost reduction. It's going to cost me like 1 dip to reincorporate. We have the relations, but that is to put in our next round us over at 5, which guarantees us. In this case, we're only at 3. Not good. Now, apparently some of those were only available if we were at war. So we're hoping that now that we're at peace and we're at 3, we're hoping the parliamentary debate bloody well shows up here at the end of the month. Like, seriously. Scary stuff. We're going to be going for Colombia. So let's get into position to be fighting Colombia. I've got 2 stacks there that could probably handle them. Gotta get a little bit more out there. Positioning. Come on, game, please. Come on, come on, come on. Give me the annexation cost reduction, please. What happens if I unmarch them? Is it just the hurt relations, chat? Is that it? Nothing else? We could just march them again? No, I'm not that. Unmarching them. That's not what I mean. If we unmarch them, we can just make them march again. Yes. Seems that way. Okay. Alright, the diplomats don't take as long here because they're closer proximity to Australia. Alright, there we go. We should have it now at the end of the month. This was adjacent stuff, right? Good. Yep, it can be culture converted. Very good. Alright, let's keep doing inland here. Dude, these clicks not registering kill me. Alright, so it should show up now, guys. It should show up. Come on. There it is. Okay. Annexation cost reduction. Alright, now we're going to march them again. Yikes. Worried about this guy's relations, man. Alright, this is African stuff. Alright, now Ethiopian kill Scottish, they can be done during war. So that's all it takes, right? Annexation cost reduction, it's not like it can be retracted in any way. March. And let's down Colombia. Let's kill Colombia. So looking at great powers list, guys, this is the 8th great power in the world. That guy. Wow. There you go. Such a weakling. Give some land to the Indian vassal. I honestly don't think so, man. Do we give it to him to convert? I mean, he gets bigger and costs Diplo points. I don't know. It's basically going to be Chagatai, Russia, Songhai, Malacca, and myself who are converting. I kind of feel like we're good, guys. I kind of feel like we're good. Somebody asked for the cultural map, so that's the acceptance culture, which shows the ones being converted as orange. So you can see what's already been converted geographically, just a matter of time. And that's the Roman culture right now. Could seize land from him. I mean, it gives you overextension, dude. Alright, anyway, let's down Colombia. He's allied to Peru, you jerk. He was just guaranteeing them earlier. Frick, that's annoying. Wait, can we full annex them both from one war, guys? I think we can. I'm gonna co-belligerent him. So if that's the case, that shouldn't give me overextension, and most of Colombia shouldn't either, so it might actually be plausible and realistic to do them in one war. Yeah. Got a pretty seriously big force though. Stick together. Oh my goodness, would you believe it, guys? We're... Oh, never mind. We're not going to be overextended. Man, I was about to say we're going to be like 0.2 overextended. Alright, so looking at the stuff here, we got Killa with 1 missionary, Ethiopia with 2 missionaries. Yeah, I mean, it does take time to annex them. So 475, 372, 38. Okay, we're going to lose 1 missionary strength because I need my admin points. Yikes, not great, far from great. We'll be taking that back shortly. I'm going to be switching out the... In 3 years, we're going to be abandoning this mission, 3 missionary strength versus heretics. And so, with that in mind, let's really focus on heretics if we can, guys. I like that idea. 20% annexation cost puts Ethiopia down to 159. Didn't I call something like that? 150 points, I said? I think. That's basically what I expected. 200. There we go. 360 points. 362 points to annex 2 of these nations. Pretty good stuff, guys. Now, in terms of efficiency, like how much stuff is costly, you know, Chagatai and Russia are huge compared to these sorts of nations, but it will be reduced by another 33% by the admin efficiency, right? Yep. So obviously it probably will still be more because they're so big, but we basically annex incredibly efficiently. That's the moral of the story. Which is good. Das ist gut. Yeah, okay. Well, let's rant a little bit about that, should we? It's way more than 20%. I'm not sure I have the energy right now, actually, to talk about it. It's just simply because we have other modifiers. Basically. Alright, we should sort of have plenty of okay, so this is Christian stuff, if we can, please. I guess I could finish this stuff off as well, but we should focus on Christians, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Bill was coming in. Could look at Japan. Adjacency doesn't look good here. You know, when we were focusing Shinto in Japan... Excuse me, sorry. I wasn't really considering Korea very nicely. But we're doing a Christian focus anyway. I'm not sure if it's even plausible Aaron Legend is, so I don't want to guarantee and commit to answering that question, if that makes sense, but I actually want to do this exact run as a 1 province minor. That's what I desire to do and hope to achieve and do. We'll see. Instead of Bohemia, who debatably is quite literally the best nation in the world to actually do this. I think they probably are the most powerful nation. You know, despite not necessarily appearing initially to be the most powerful nation in the world, I think Bohemia is probably the strongest nation in the world to do this run. Instead, we would be doing it as a 1 province minor. Which is dramatically harder if you're not getting that. Alright, let's have a little gauge of the overextension here. We should be good. 22. It's 40, it's good. Plus this, which would be... Jeez, dude, the lag is like clicking stuff. I'm not even clicking. Ah, oh, man, I'm getting worn down, guys. Like fatiguing in terms of it just being annoying. Yeah, I mean, it's like 70 overextension for the double annexation of these two nations is good. So Peru is not a great power, but I mean, this guy is. I think it's because he embraced the Enlightenment, whereas others didn't, guys. I'm pretty certain that he's an absolute yoke. That guy's a complete and utter yoke. Yeah, so these nations are incorporated into our country pretty quickly. They may not have flawlessly, converted their territory. That's alright. It's okay. They'll have a little bit remaining by the time we annex them. Is there separatism here in India? There's actually not. Oh man. Of course there's not, because we deploy annex and stuff. Guys, we've got too many tasks to do with our missionaries, you know. They need to be in too many locations at the same time. It's brutal. Some Portuguese zombies out here. How's the Crown Land coping? Okay. It's fine. It's almost at 77.
Ave Maria, Ave Maria, Ave Maria. Deus volt.
Thanks for the raid, Absolute Habibi. Appreciate that, dude. Welcome, guys. Welcome to hell. We're in the proper late game. I hope you had a good stream, guys. Welcome. 1735 of the most tedious and cancerous game of all time. To be honest, it's actually not. In the past, when we did do Diplo banking, it was actually more tedious, to be honest. But it's rough. It's really, really rough here. Doing the one faith, one culture, one tag as the lost culture of Rome on very hard difficulty with no exploits, including Diplo banking. We began as Bohemia, and this is where we are now. So Russia's our personal union. We own the whole world, guys. We own the whole world. Thank you again, Habibi. I hope you had a good one, dude, if you're here. Thank you so much. I'm kind of losing my marbles, guys, so I apologize to people who are tuning in. It's really difficult to kind of just focus on everything. Alright, we don't want to be taking this just yet. That's when we have an excess of points that we actually finish off Humanist. Hey Dizzy. Isle of Man is super cheap. Culture spreadage. Thank you. It's a good call. We'll chuck that down for adjacency. I feel that. Thanks, man. Who is that guy? Is that guy famous? He actually had a good suggestion one time. That's not characteristically accurate of Twitch chat. You damn guys. Alright, we're gonna have to... So the Colombians will turn into zombies, obviously. So we're gonna have to... Green Gauges! Thank you so much for the Prime, dude. Appreciate that. Thanks for the 3 months. Yo! Gonna have to, yeah, engage these units. We've got all the manpower in the world. Look how many units he has, dude. Jeez Louise. Of course, the Colombians being on Western unit type. I mean, we're really not that strong with our one military idea that we have, our offensive. So, with his big boy numbers here... Just a little bit of an issue. It's a shame that Habibi and I always stream at, not always, but we essentially stream at the same time, so... I was actually talking just before that raid about how I'm fatiguing here. It's getting a bit much for me. Did I have a free missionary? I'm not sure I did. I'm actually losing my voice, guys. Let's check in on governing capacity really quick. It's doing okay. Meanwhile, Portuguese separatists, is there more than this island? New Zealand. Is there more than that? I'm not sure. It says 2, so that should be it, right? Okay, guys. I'm not going to call the stream, but I can't. This is like mentally taxing for me like crazy. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about reduction modifiers because it's like on my mind. Somebody asked why is their annexation cost reduction so much more than 20%? Interestingly. Chat, if you have something that is 100 cost and it is increased by 10%, then how much is it increased by? Alternatively, if you have something that costs 100 and it is reduced by 10%, then how much is it reduced by? It's reduced by 10 either way, right? 10. 10% of 100 is 10. The thing is, show your dip annexation costs? Yeah, sure. We're at 85%. I mean, people always talk about modifiers, but like it's often hard just to find a modifier unless you're familiar with where it is. 85% annexation cost. The cap is like in the low 90s. So it's pretty good. Of course, in our Hungarian run, we were at 80. But that 5% makes all the difference. Yeah, so obviously if something is reduced by 20% or it's increased by 20%, then it's 20. Assuming the initial number was 100, right? Makes sense. But there's a difference. There's a big difference, which is basically if something is increased by 100%, then it is twice as much. And if something is reduced by 100%, then it is zero cost, aka infinite. So it's something pretty interesting. I find it interesting to actually wrap your head around, but basically reduced modifiers are superior to increased modifiers. And you can actually demonstrate this by like sending soldiers in that have reduced damage taken to soldiers who have increased damage dealt, and the decrease actually win. But yeah, anytime you reduce a modifier, it basically gets nearer and nearer and nearer to that zero margin, and it's like exponentially better. So initially, there's almost no difference at all, to like a 10% increase to a 10% decrease. But it gets exponentially better and better and better. That's how it works. But the simple way that I like to try to explain it to people, which they often don't seem to understand, but prior to us taking the 20% annexation cost reduction, we were at 65% total, which means whenever you're looking at the annexation cost, that is the 45% piece of the pie. So, without doing any intricate math or whatever, 20% is near half of 45%, right? 20 is half of 40, meaning it reduces it by 50%, slightly less, instead of 20%, right? If people were following, that's how it works. I think at one stage you could get 100 CCR in EU4, I think. And that's part of the reason they nerfed the Ottoman CCR. Because as soon as you get a modifier and you reduce it to 0, then the game breaks. Basically, if it's a fundamentally important modifier. Yeah, so the different. I explained it on my video where I talked about how picking Hungary was a mistake as opposed to Bohemia, because Hungary, we would stack all of our modifiers up to 80%, up to 80% annexation cost reduction, whereas Bohemia has 85% total, which doesn't sound like much, that initial 5% superior to Hungary. But if you're at 80%, then you only pay for a total of 20% annexation. So whenever you look at a number, no matter how big it is, like 2,000 on Russia, that is only 20% of the Russian cost. So if you get 5% annexation cost reduction, then that puts it up to 85, reducing the 20% by 5% down to 15. 5 is 25% of 20, meaning that 5% cost equates to like 500 Diplo points saved, right? 25% reduced cost. So yeah, like I was referring to earlier, this admin efficiency, because our admin efficiency is so high, will reduce anything by 33% cost, because it is 33% of the piece of the pie. And we're going to be taking that admin efficiency prior to actually annexing all of our vassals, apart from the ones we are already annexing right now. But it's something that you can remember clear across the board for like any video game, actually, or I guess anything in life, I suppose, but I don't know how applicable it actually is. But yeah, the more that you stack reduced modifiers, the more it benefits you, basically. Hey, Chuishu. I've got to admit that in the past I used to play like RPG games and stuff like that, and very often modifiers are like increased damage or whatever, like increased critical strike chance, something like that. And that's what I just described as something that, as a degenerate high school dropout who, so-called isn't good at maths or whatever, that's a sort of phenomenon that I didn't really understand myself for like a long time, but I do now. Alright, in this Hussite clay, that's a good area to dump some town halls. Nice, let's unstate this. What are you talking about, Tyler? Dip annexation modifier after 100 inno and admin efficiency? 97.3 annex? What? Alright, let's send this 50k stack over here, and that hopefully is going to be enough to finish the war effort here. We still have plenty of time, but yeah, got to get it done. Yeah, well, that, I'm embarrassed to say it, honestly, guys, because I didn't think that's how it worked for a long, long time, and then somehow I convinced myself it did, and that's part of the reason I chose Hungary instead of Bohemia, and it ended up costing me the run. But your innovativeness does not equate to annexation cost reduction. The way that it works is that, stupidly, because it does directly apply to other things like CCR. I mean, it's not CCR. It's point cost reduction. But point cost reduction is CCR, but it's not annexation cost reduction. It just mixes and matches and chooses. But the way that it works is it will do the initial calculation and then take the final result and then reduce that by 10%. Which is like, so in the case of Russia that we just used, right, the difference between Hungary at 80% and Bohemia 85%, provided that Russia is 2000, then that 5% equates to 500 points. Well, the 10% innovativeness, 10% point cost reduction would be, 200 points. But because of the way that it works, Bohemia would be 500 points, bringing it down to 1500, meaning that the inno is only 150. So actually, the more efficient you are, the less the inno does for you. That makes sense? Because it's not deploy annexation cost reduction. Couldn't you declare war on the whole world right now and annex everything and not care? No? Somewhat, yes. Somewhat, yes. Like the answer to your question, it happens as though we could. But the reason no, we couldn't, is because we often need to be at peace. Now, it just so happens that we basically don't need to be at peace any longer, and the answer is kind of yes. But we've always had to be at peace for various reasons. But yeah, there's no real reason to do that. To attack everybody at the same time. There are very few nations remaining in the game, and some of them are all in the same area, like this. If we attack this guy, he would just give me trouble right now while we're fighting Colombia. Oh! What the? 10 years of missionary strength. PogChamp, dude! Yes! What's that? Yes, dude! What the frick? What's that one, guys? I mean, it's like a Protestant or Hussite event, but we haven't seen that. 10 years, dude. Nice. Nice. Das ist gut. Very, very gut. Okay, Alison Smith. I won't even explain myself, chat. Just get him, chat. Get him. Unleash hell upon that guy, chat. Quickly. He's talking about, man, this game's so hard, okay? You got no idea. One missionary strength. I mean, I'm doing something that's essentially never been done before, dude. We need every little thing we can get, for sure. A little bit stressed over the religious game. I think we're, gonna be fine, but I'm loving a boon like that. Alright, we're about halfway there on the time required to win this war. And we're about halfway there on the war score. But the difference is we have most of his key points on lock. So it would be really convenient if you don't 49 me right now, and we will engage them in the mountains. I actually thought he was going to take it, but there we go. Awesome. It's a pulse event that requires you to have the church aspect. Oh. Okay. It's that one, surely. Well, you're saying it's not that one, but we never used bread and wine. That's why I assumed it was that one, because we never use it. Cool. Because we're always using the culture conversion cost reduction, right? But we're capped on that modifier now. Okay, dude, I'm not even going to make it in there anyway by the looks of things. That's awkward. Let's see. Force marching, 16th of July, 10 days. Oh, I think we're good. Nice. We beat him by 1 day. Fantastic. So that's a defensive engagement. Ming's Truce End is late as, dude. It's another 7 years or something. 8 years. But oh man, I don't know if we win this, to be honest. We're going to be attacking his tributaries. He's small. He's very small now. Instead of attacking him directly. So he is 96 war score. So in fact, if we attacked Ryukyu, we could full annex him via the Ryukyu Peace Deal with Imperialism CP at any moment. We actually don't want to full annex him, even though it's possible, because then we will inherit the rest of his tributary nations, and then if we cancel our tributaries, then they will get a truce. So that's where we're at right now. Instead, we're going to attack tribs like Ryukyu, and just slowly but surely deal with Ming. Good. We dealt with that. So the Portuguese should be gone. We're losing this engagement, which is a shame, but we will win the war. Keeping him distracted there while we get all of these occupations. I don't like Leviathan. I don't like Leviathan. I guess I'm very resentful towards the patch coming out because it's a typical E4 experience where you buy the patch and the game is broken. That's the reward you get for buying the DLC. Don't get me started about talking about, well, all you need to do is not buy the DLC. That's not true, because in this case the game literally broke. There's cases of the game literally breaking because you're not using the DLC enabled. When I played Leviathan, I had a really fun time game going, and the game was taken away from me. It was broken, it was bugged out. And also, when I was basically dealing with that and very disheveled with the fact that the game disappeared and was corrupted, that I was enjoying, I tried to get back into Leviathan, and the performance was absolute garbage. It performed so badly. It's like it's worse than playing a multiplayer game on the other side of the world with ping when you're in a single player game. It's unacceptable in the beginning of the game, and it only got worse and worse and worse as, much like this. But I mean, under these circumstances, we can tolerate this. Let's be honest. If you open the economic tab, I mean, this is what it was like the whole time. Absolute garbage, trash, disgusting. Let alone all of the other issues. Now, personally, a lot of people talking about many of those issues have been, fixed. I disagree. The fact that you can get like thousands of development in a game where prior to the patch, you know, you could get, I mean, the highest achievement associated with development, I think, is 60. And I've seen multiple cities in people's runs with multiple thousands of development, 5,000 development. I'm not a fan, okay? So it is what it is. Somebody asked why we're not playing on Leviathan. I don't get it. They said I couldn't possibly understand why. I also personally don't like certain things that kind of trivialize the game a little bit, like adding in admin efficiency and stuff like that. But anyway, it's whatever. That's why. Nice. This guy's done. Oh, it's adjacent, isn't it? So there's separatism here. Ah, yeah, I remember. We didn't actually take that little part because we didn't want Eastern Australia we stated it up to move our capital here, and we didn't want a colonial nation to form. So we didn't take this little middle chunk. I know that the multiplayer people, such as Habibi, didn't patch, right, either, because Leviathan was so awkward. Like, I know they kept playing. Is that still the case, or did they update by now, guys? Yeah, 15% admin efficiency. I don't know, dude. It just doesn't. The only thing I can say is that it doesn't. It just shows that, you know. I mean, these people's minds are just. Who knows? They're just not there in regards to this game, you know. That's all that it shows, I suppose. Very crazy. I mean, I'm certain that, in fact, I'm certain that you could hit the admin efficiency cap, which we were just talking about. So somebody just asked me about the 15 admin efficiency on the Alhambra, or what it's called, the monument. You could hit the admin efficiency cap. So imagine that. We were just talking about hitting zero modifiers, reducing down to 0. And basically then they've gone into infinity, right? So if you had 100 admin efficiency, then provinces would cost 0 war score. Provinces would give 0 overextension. Provinces would give 0 admin cost to core. Insane. So you could unironically just attack anybody and everybody and full annex anybody and everybody simultaneously at 0 cost and instantaneously. Well, actually not instantaneously. No, that's not true. Actually not instantaneously, but they would give you 0 overextension. So there'd be no consequence to actually having the whole world which was coring up simultaneously. Insane. Absolutely insane. Paradox has made a similar mistake before. I'm pretty certain you could at one stage, you could get 0, or you could get 100 CCR, I think, at one stage. It was when they added Coptic religion into the game, giving you +10. You needed, so the Ottomans back there then had like 35 CCR, right, which they nerfed. That's part of how they did it, is they nerfed the Ottoman CCR down to be more reasonable. But I mean, what did you do? I mean, you got admin efficiency, and you had to become the Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, which gives you 10. One of the bonuses gives you 10. I think it's still there. I don't have the Empire tab, though. And then you would become Coptic and something else. I don't remember. But you could get... yeah. It was broken. It was literally broken. Right? Actually broken. because CCR, of course, does increase the rate that you core also. Alright, so I believe we've made every single occupation of Peru now, which means we can add them to the list here. Beautiful. And full annexation at 99% war score cost, so we still have time, we're doing well. These guys are going to turn into zombies, which means there's no harm to engage them, but we do need good engagements if we can pull that off. Right now we're losing 5 Diplo a month, so yeah, it's a little bit of a rebreather in regards to the Diplo cap that we've been struggling with. Frick. Damn it, dude, I was trying to run away there, but there we go, caught out. After annexing Kilwa in Ethiopia, it's going to give us a decent amount of more provinces which we can convert, right? Hopefully some of which is adjacent. I don't know. Yeah, should be adjacent because of these colonies and stuff. Speaking of colonies, we want to make sure we're continuing to slam these down. Nice you. Fewer and fewer provinces in the game to colonize. I know it might be like weird to say or something like that, guys, but I remember years ago, so long ago by now, I actually had no like clout or anything like that, no fame. I wasn't known on YouTube or anything, and I tried desperately to not like network with people necessarily, more like build kind of communities. And I would always, and I emphasize on the word always, like try to raid and host other people. And part of the reason was so that they could get some own growth and hopefully return the favor one day. Well, long story short is in about 5 years, literally nobody did ever. Nobody. Whether I had like 30 views or whatever, I would always be the bigger party. And yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about that, reminiscing old times. Basically, I just want to thank Habibi, if any of you guys are his followers, or you know, he has his own thing going on, and imagine somebody not being like a sort of weird narcissistic psychopath or something like that, and actually doing your boy a favor. I appreciate that. What a legend. I think the only other person who is a legend is Arumba himself. Arumba, absolute legend, just unabashedly helping your boy out. Really cool dude as well. Alright, Ethiopia in the country. There we go, boys. So, yeah, unfortunately, decent amount of conversions there, which he could have potentially done. But the good news is that this all can be converted. Let's go! Alright, so starting off with, we're looking at the accepted cultures map mode right now to actually burn, because it saves us on the Diplo points to culture convert it. The provinces, and as we're not near the Diplo cap, we have the luxury of following adjacency. So I will build buildings inland while we do the culture conversion stuff. Alright, let's switch to culture conversion. Czech separatism on Tidor has been occupied a few times. Sure. Okay, just looking at what's adjacent here. Looks like that's about it. Some of those were low dev. We always have the ability to go and land if we want. This is not adjacent, so there. Let's do that. 3, that should take 30 months, and that gives adjacency from there. Alright, now let's look at the town hall stuff. Good. Forts on here. Nice. Alright, Tidor. It's only 19 dev. Separatism goes away in 62. So 12 times 2 is 24. It's good. It's not spookied out. Yeah, that separatism can be reduced via 10 years of it can be reduced here. Another 10 years from the policy of humanist and the mission. And it's only 19 development. I mean, even if it... Yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I would have a bead on it already, dude, if it wasn't going to be fine. One way that we, like, lucked out this run, which is something that can't, you know, realistically be anticipated or anything like that, is just overall there was much less development this run than other runs we've done. I think a part of that is because we were sort of ahead. We are and were ahead. But still, it's great. Convert 1 in Southern Arabia. Nice. Assume that's what you're talking about. Oh, yeah, this stuff had separatism, but it's coming up. Oh yes, here we go. Yes, beautiful. All right, we're getting deeper and deeper into the Diplo bank here. Good. Good. We just got to push for that 10 years of separatism, and then, you know, a big chunk will be opened up. Like these guys. Here we go. That's been... I was waiting to unstate that. Pirate Coast. Alright. Good stuff. Jeez Louise. So we're going to try to ride out the full annexation of Colombia and Peru here, guys, but yeah, spoiler alert, we're done, those guys, we're done. Matter of fact, I don't even have the patience to do this. I apologize, guys. 3 hours, 40 minutes, that's all I could manage here today. So next session, we're going to quickly full annex Colombia. And there's so few of the world remaining, guys. I mean, there really is. You know, there's Ming and his tributaries, a few locals nearby. There's these 2 Mexicans here. There's a native here that's going to be one more tied to him. Man, I mean, South America is going to be 100% ours after this literal war. It's good. It's good. I reckon 2 more sessions, to be honest. I honestly think second to last session tomorrow. So, guys, I'm going to plug it on YouTube and stuff, but like, yeah, like 2 days from now, if you guys could tune out, and we might be making a small sort of E4 history here, so that'd be nice if you guys could, you know, come out. The last time we were in this situation, I broke my record view count with something like 1,300 views or something like that. I actually don't expect things to go that well. Like, it's like old news in many ways, but still, you know, the more the merrier. It would be really nice to actually... I failed so many times, and to actually get it done, that would be great. But appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let's share the love a little bit. I'll raid somebody. I want to raid my friend Jeepo because he's my friend, but see, Just Blazing's been going for 4 hours and a half. He'll probably end like soon after raiding him. I'm gonna raid Jeepo, who is playing Escape of Tarkov, so that's what he plays. So probably people aren't interested, but he's gonna inherit my AFKs, and yeah, feel free to hang out with him, and I appreciate it. He's my friend, he's my boy. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you guys. Go do whatever you want, obviously. Watch Jeepo if you're keen. Excuse me, Just Blazing if you're keen for the E4 multiplayer content. Or Sayuza right now. Sayuza1444. He's one of the homeboys as well. But I'll see you guys. What happened to my raid? What? Oh no. I hate it when Twitch like bugs out. Raid Jeepo TV. Is it working? Fucking stupid thing. Here we go. Bruh. I hate Twitch. I think I'm raiding him right now. He's offline. I see. Okay. We're gonna raid say user 1444. I already have a raid in progress. Okay, we're not gonna raid anybody, guys. Alright, so we're not gonna raid anybody. Go watch the peeps. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.